ready to talk about some Doom then. Let's get this
Yes, let's
Doom
talk
going.
about some Doom,
Let's talk about Doom.
baby.
Well, we need to turn the lights down because this conversation's about to get bloody and dark.
Are you ready to go to hell?
Fight like hell,
I think
bitches!
I'm
I've been
quite
playing
like her.
Doom, and it is amazing. It's one of the best shooter games I've played in a long time. They did a great job with this one. I'm about halfway through. I just got to hell, and it is very gory. I've noticed that when I play it, I'm not even blinking my eyes because I'm so intensely into the game.
Oh, man.
I told Bubbles yesterday, I'm like, please just mention to blink occasionally. The level setup is interesting. It feels like I'm playing like the character of the Doom guy in this one. You feel like he is out for vengeance. He's been woken up. He's not happy with what he's seeing. The bad guy is your bad guy.
Right.
Instantly tell that's the bad guy. And then there's another bad guy. I don't know where that story plot's going to go. It's the guy who's in charge of the entire installation.
Okay.
And I feel like you're going to meet him and probably break his neck. But he's cool, man. I mean, I could see myself in the future as that guy because he's cybernetic, giant robot, just being like, you're destroying humans' energy system. We were using hell for energy. That's what they're doing in the game. This company is harvesting energy out of hell to supply Earth with.
I'd vote for him.
Hey, you know what? Yep, 2016.
So where does this energy come from, hell?
I was trying to think of what the original. I mean, did you play the original Doom?
Yes, a lot. When I was a kid, this game brings back memories of being a child too, because a lot of the music they took and they tweaked it a little bit, so you can hear it being played, and you're like, oh, like I could just imagine myself running around killing cyber demons and smashing imps with guns, and that's what you want.
That needs to be a mode. They need that game mode, the nostalgia mode.
Really? Like it's just
where
that would be pretty
go
good.
Back to the old MIDI music.
That would be
playing
pretty
in the
good.
background, and they use all the old sound effects for the monsters. The doors opening.
Yes.
I heard there's Easter eggs like that where they actually use old skins for the room.
Oh, really? I'm trying to get as many secrets as I can. This is my first playthrough. I'm not looking around beforehand. That's how I usually do Let's Plays.
Yeah.
And I'm also not looking at other people's Let's Plays.
I gotcha.
But I have been doing a lot of research on I missed Doom 3, so I kind of missed the story arc. And
You didn't miss much there.
But I heard it's a good game. Like, I think I might go back and play it after this, just to give it I haven't done it, and I'd like.
I think it was a longer story mode than this.
Reboot it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Reboot it.
The reboot.
The reboot.
Little hands there.
Probably
You got a question about it, Havoc.
Yeah. How does it feel compared to the original Doom, and how does it feel compared to Doom 3? Well, as I just said, I haven't played much of Doom 3. I did own it, Doom 3 for Xbox. I loaned it to Chris Toller. Okay, he got it all the way to the last guy and could not beat it. I walked over to his house, because he lived close to me at the time, and I sit down and I killed the last bad guy within, the third turn. Like, I died, went back, died, went back, killed him. And I'm like, well, that was the game. And he's like, you missed everything. I'm like, well, I still killed the last guy, so I win.
You killed the bad guy. That's what counts, right?
As for the original, Doom 3 is slower than the new Doom. I do know that from what I've played by it.
Yeah.
Doom 3 came out in, when did it come out?
It was
2002, 3?
Sometime around
I was
there.
wondering that.
Yeah, 2003 or 4, I think.
Yeah, because it had to be around that time. It was Xbox One?
I want to say, well, not the Xbox One, but Xbox.
Xbox, yes, you're right, Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox.
As for the original, it feels closer to the original. It feels like it's got jumping puzzles. It's you go from one fight to another. There's no breath. There are a lot of secrets. I feel like I have to hit the walls occasionally just so I can hear that secret sound go, I just want to hear that.
You want to hear that?
What was that again?
Yeah, say it one more time.
It's when the wall moves up. You're like, yes, I found a secret. I just got to hell, so I'm looking forward to running into cyber demons and lost souls and Caracarans, whatever.
Crackademons.
Crackademons, yes. I think if you follow us right now, you'll get a Crackademon. that pops up on the screen. I don't know. Follow.
If you're lurking, follow. So
I'm not sure. I might have changed it before the stream, but I could. You know what?
Does it pop out at you?
I don't know. Let me see if I can do it. I'll switch it back real quick. If you follow it, not now. Don't do it now, everybody.
Don't do it now.
And if
Somebody do it right now. Do it now.
Don't do it now.
Go! Go get to the chopper! Go!
Okay, you can do it now.
Little Shiloh, little Arnold, little everything.
Little hippo. Who's not really hippo anymore. Okay, so yeah, I would rate this game. I would give it about 85, 90% at this point. I haven't been disappointed. I did play the PvP.
Yeah.
But I don't have enough information. I played it on beta, and I didn't have the right screen card.
Setup yet?
Yeah, I didn't have the right setup, so the computer couldn't. It just didn't work. So I'm going to go back after I beat the game and play a little bit of PvP, so I can give you a better understanding of it. And I think it's really good.
I really hope that they don't just leave the story where they've left it with this game. The one thing I'm worried about with it is that I'm really hoping they don't just keep putting out multiplayer stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I hope that id has a plan, because it's still id, right? It's Bethesda now, isn't it?
I think so, but
I think id's working with Bethesda, but with Bethesda. I think that's how it works. But I really hope that they will come up with more level single player stuff, and they don't just leave it up to the map editor stuff. Which I don't know if you tried that out.
No, we haven't, but we talked about this, and I said that sometimes companies put out that map editor so people just build their own game.
Yeah.
And I think they're going, and that goes back to the original Doom where it was like pretty much free. You could every computer in the world had Doom on it, and that was one of the problems. Doom is like one of the first games that computer companies and businesses put like tons of effort into removing it from their system. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I got Doom on floppy, on like small little 3.5-inch floppy disks.
I'm telling you, there's probably still
awesome.
Millions of Dooms out there just floating around.
Yeah, probably. But I mean, that's how old the game is, kids. It came out on floppy disks. I mean, originally you get on the
We were there, Marcus.
Yeah, and you can install that sucker. And I think I still have those discs somewhere for Doom and Doom 2. And it was Doom Ultimate, because you get Doom 2 and like Doom and a bunch of magnets and stuff.
I didn't have Doom 2. I only had Doom. I had the original Doom.
Yeah, the original, yeah.
And I remember waking up, right, going into my parents' house room where we had the computer, and it was like 486. I don't know. DOSed it up, wrote DC/Doom.
Right. Yep.
/go.
DOSed it up.
Something like that.
Launched Doom.
I didn't know how to spell shit back then, and I could spell Doom Go.
You learned back then.
And bam, right there, and like I'm in there at 6 a.m. killing demons, and my dad walks. He's like, "What are you doing? What is this?"
Havoc,
I'm trying to
I don't want to
sleep.
interrupt because that's an awesome story, but please
sorry.
remember to make a T-shirt that's DOSed it up, because that's my new favorite thing.
Yes, DOSed it up.
Let's DOSed it up.
I would now. I've told you this before, but I used to actually play multiplayer Doom. Like split screen.
Yeah.
Way back on what they called the Sega 32X. You remember that?
No.
It was an attachment you put in top of the slot.
I do remember that. Yes. Okay. Yes, I remember that.
And I would play Doom with my grandmother, and we would play 2-player Doom.
I'm sure
That's awesome.
And she loved it. She was
God.
shotgunning demons, and she was like,
you have the coolest grandmother ever.
And so we went through the entire game together, just playing it.
I could just imagine her going, "Marcus, I'm gonna go take out the cyber demon."
We would sit there and she'd
Do
be
you
like,
have a sweater on? You better have a shirt under your shirt. We're going to hell.
Going to hell. Make sure you put on shorts or something. Don't get overheated.
Oh my God, my little baby's out there fighting cyber demons. Saucy Nips? Yes, I do use the finishers a lot because they are amazing.
They do look cool.
There was one last night I was playing and I jumped at this giant fat monster thing with rockets and I stuck my hand into its chest, ripped its heart out, and then shoved the heart into the monster's mouth, jumped off, and it exploded.
I watched that. I was like, whoa.
I mean, that's win.
You just need to drop the mic. I'm out. That's amazing.
If I was an imp,
violent.
like if I was a Hell's imp, and I see my big fat dude with rocket launchers get his heart ripped out and fed to him, I'd probably be like, nah, I'm not doing this. Teleport out.
Teleport out.
I'm just nope. I'd like to thank Bubbles last night. She actually hung out with me while I was doing Doom. So thanks.
I did. I tried to hang as long as I could. It was violent though. Like it was like crazy.
It's
the thing that surprises me about watching you play, there's a lot more climbable objects in the game than I would think. Like you had more freedom of movement than I would imagine. So I thought that was pretty cool.
For Doom.
Go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say for a Doom game, it does seem to give you. I mean, because you're used to the old Doom, where you just sort of moved around, bumped into walls, and it was kind of, other than like some little platformy things, you didn't really have much climbing.
It had jumps though. It
had
jump
jumps,
puzzles.
but that was it did have some jump puzzles, but
I remember Inferno on Doom had a lot of jump puzzles. That's the Bubbles. That's the hardest setting of the original Doom, and it was intense.
Inferno.
And then, I would definitely rank Doom as a really great game right now. I would wait till it. I mean, I would probably wait until it drops a little bit in price to get it.
Yeah.
I wanted it as soon as it came out, but if you're like just a normal shooter person and you want to spend the time to. I would probably get Overwatch over Doom. But Doom's story,
variety-wise,
Doom
Overwatch
has
is good for
story.
variety.
Yeah, they're totally different games. Doom has a really good story though, and I'm excited to finish it. So
like I said, it was a decision I was wanting to make, was whether or not I should get Doom or I should get Overwatch, and I was pretty sure I was going to get Overwatch, but Doom does have that story. It does have a story mode, a single player mode. You can go back and play it multiple times with multiple difficulties. Overwatch, though, is... Yeah, but Overwatch is just you versus other players. So if that's not something that, if that's not your bag, baby, then...
It's not your bag.
Then you're not going to probably want to get Overwatch. If you don't like playing PvP, if you don't like fighting other people, if you're a single player guy, or you're a first-person shooter who's all about the story... which really, there haven't been a lot of first-person shooters with a lot of story recently. I mean, the Call of Duty stuff, and that they have story, but it's more geared towards the PvP.
I played one of those games once, and I felt like I was just being like somebody was holding my hand and walking me through the game. I didn't like it. I felt like I was just being like, oh, I go over here and shoot the gun now. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I go over here and fight this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, and now you got to go over there.
Yeah.
Okay, you're done. Doom has none of that. Doom's like, green light over there. Try to get there.
Exactly. Yeah. Doom is the originator of these. I mean, you could say Wolfenstein if you want to be, that guy and go back. Which Wolfenstein was great and all, but still, Doom though is the name brand. That's where the name, the series, the first-person shooter arrived.
I think that Wolfenstein is. I would put Doom as what everybody learned about first. Wolfenstein created the engine for it, and Doom was the market for it.
Exactly, yeah. Wolfenstein created it, but Doom perfected it and stamped it.
There you go. And spread it. And spread the gospel of rockets to space. To the blood and gore on the walls and the destruction of your enemies.
BFG to demon face. The gospel.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Yes, but yeah, and in Halo, a different beast, but also Halo originated and came up with that and then expanded, because I'm trying to remember, it kind of fell off the first-person shooter genre. If I'm remembering, it kind of went a little. I mean, you had GoldenEye and some other things. But...
Well, I've played the Halo game.
Yeah.
And I remember it coming out. What gave Halo its I think it's niche, and you might argue with me here.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but the way Halo I think popped out of a differency in that time is a lot of shooters were going for like the Quake approach, Unreal approach, super fast fighting, instant deaths, all these types of weapons. Just you're going at it, you're killing a guy, you're respawning 5 seconds, you're right back at it, you're ripping apart other people. It's just nonstop violence. Halo, you felt like you were walking.
Halo
the Master Chief had weight when he was moving around. And you had a limited amount. You only could carry 2 guns.
Yep.
You had shields and health.
Yep.
And everybody had an equal playing field, which is one thing I loved about it. It didn't matter what your what power up. Like, there were power ups, but if you knew how to control them, or if there weren't any on the level, you could. It was all about skill.
It was all about and if we're talking about the PvP instances, you have things like you have Doom and Quake, and the originator of the Unreal, and all those games with fast paced, super fast. Paced PvP, and then like I said, you come out with Halo, and Halo is another beast. It's another.
A lot of PC players complained about Halo being too slow. I remember during that time, a lot of people were like, "God, Halo is like."
But that's what attracted me to it, was that a lot of the PCs, unless you had a good bandwidth, which in college I think that you never did.
When we went to college, we hooked Halo up, and as Saucy Nips just put up amazing Halo music. Yes, we used to play Halo as loud as we could at our old college dormitory, and you could hear it as you walked up. You could hear the ambiance, and it would summon everybody to their Xbox.
Oh my gosh!
Where you would sit down and you would connect to the Ethernet cord of the college because they had no idea what you were doing.
Yeah, the LAN for everybody to play locally.
Yes, it was. I was playing Xbox LAN games on a secure network back in like 2001.
Yeah,
and the college, is. It's our college. They're kind of a little quiet. They don't know what's going on. But I'm sure their bandwidth went like...
They're like, it
just was like this the whole rest. And they're like, what's happening? Are they looking at porn? Check the porn sites. No, we blocked them all. What's going on? It's
Every
internal.
night at 1800.
It's going out of the wall. It's coming out of the walls, man.
That's right.
The bandwidth is coming out of the walls. I don't know where it's going.
I think another reason Doom did well coming out this time. I think it's doing well. Is it doing well by the numbers? Has anybody heard?
I think it's doing all right. I mean, it's doing all right for itself.
Right.
Yeah.
There's so many games that came out recently that are like the shooters that are like zombies, H1Z1, and you got your PvP matched up with the culling and everything else. So I think Doom kind of had a new flavor to it. So I think it had a good time to drop. It was a good niche time in between other stuff coming out, because you had Overwatch just about to come out. They're in May.
From Unreal coming out too. That's like an Overwatch kind of.
And then Doom came out at the beginning of May, didn't it? It was like right at the start.
May 9th.
Yeah, I think so. It came out right, or May 13th, I think maybe.
No, it was a Friday the 13th. You're right, and it was a full moon.
Yeah. It came out right.
Why do you remember?
Oh, trust me, I love Doom. And by the way, while we're on the air, I'm going to thank Marcus Dracus because he bought Doom for me as a gift.
Nice, Marcus.
It was just returning a favor.
Yes, it was it's Pet Marcus. Pet Marcus. Meow. So definitely like to thank you for that. It was a big.
Oh, it's no problem, man. It's no problem at all, bro.
Bubbles is still petting you. Oh wait, that was a different feed, but it's whatever. All right, I think that's my review of Doom. If you guys have any questions or
I'm gonna sing the Doom song. There was one more question. Did you get? Oh yeah, no, you answered it.
I got
okay.
It. So if you guys have other questions for us, and this is on YouTube or Twitch, you can put it down in the comments, and me, Bubbles, or Marcus will come and answer it. Probably myself. Yeah. And.
What so far? I have a question for you, Havoc.
Okay.
So far with Doom.
Yeah.
What so far is it? I know with other games with Doom, you have multiple weapons, right? You can carry, shotguns. I guess a pistol. Do you have a pistol like the original? That sort of thing. What's your favorite weapon so far that you've gotten to use, or do you just like the specials, like the finishers? Is that your favorite one?
When I've let's. Okay, we'll get into it. I started the game and I was feeling like I was going to upgrade the shotgun all the way because it has a lot of good options. But now that I've got deeper into the game, I'm really feeling like the plasma rifle is... it's got a lot more stopping power in this one. Mm-hmm. And it also has an upgrade that does this radial blast. It like releases the heat from the gun.
Oh, wow.
And feeling really confident when I have the plasma rifle. The machine gun, well, the thing about this game though with weapons is they have the main gun, so you have a machine gun, but you have add-ons. You just like attach them on. So you have for the machine gun, you have a like a sniper scope, or a missile pack.
Now, do those show up? Do they actually show up and modify the weapon's actual?
You have to find them.
Okay, but when you put them on and you add them, does it change the weapon?
He like smacks them on or takes them off and switches.
Nice.
And there's a time delay between that. So if you're on the wrong weapon switch and you want to switch it between like if you want to use the sniper rifle,
you want to use the scope on it or something.
Yeah, but then something jumps down and you want to use the missile pack. It's sometimes easier to switch to the plasma rifle or another gun. I reset my controls to make it easier to get around the choosing of weapons.
Okay.
And a little hint, kind of a trick that you can do is if you find yourself being overwhelmed, and you can push that Q button to pick the weapon, and it slows down time. All right, so you can pick your weapon.
Sure.
Yeah.
I got you. You got some little time.
So you can like actually look around and see what's going on, readjust yourself, pick the weapon, and then jump right back out. And that's kind of cheap. I haven't seen many games do that, but I could see Doom doing it kind of like, hey, you need some help, buddy? Here you go. So there you go. That's a little cheat you can have for that. So enjoy it.
Yeah. Hey.
But again, if you guys have any other questions, comment.